Judd Trump leads Ronnie O'Sullivan 1-0 here
Thank you. The second
in the
frame,
final of the World Championship.
Judd Trump to break.
Well, just looking at this red to the right corner, cue ball could be going into that red behind it. So, chance for Ronnie O'Sullivan at last.
Yes, and this will show us, I guess, how he's feeling early on in the final.
The best in the world, in my opinion, at getting the reds open in a controlled way.
One.
And there's only 2 reds free, so he needs to develop them fairly quickly. The blue looks a good ball to go into them from.
8. Nine.
Now needs to miss the pink, catch that red behind it, full in the face. Perfect. And he is on one, deservedly so.
14.
Yep, unfortunately, the black doesn't go into that right corner.
Thank you.
Well, he lets out a gasp because he didn't want the cannon on the red. Played it with a little bit of side on the cue ball, but not enough. Great recovery shot. What a good pink. And barring plants, it could have been kinder. Another great recovery shot. Played it with screw and check on the cue ball to hold for one of the baulk colours.
That pink, I think, is a good sign for O'Sullivan supporters. In the early stages against Higgins, he was very cautious. He went 3-0 down. He wasn't really going for his shots, but there, it was a statement early on that he's going to do that. You've got to get them, though. That's the thing he did do.
$25.
And that leaves him on the black to
26.
be able to get to this red. That's blocking the way for the black into the right corner. Just looking to see if that red above the black will go into the left corner pocket.
33.
Nothing Trump can do about this. Had his chance.
34.
Deliberately left an angle here to nudge the reds, knowing if he catches them half ball, he'll be on the red over the left corner. Just like that. So trying to develop the reds, which didn't quite work out as planned, just pushed one out.
$42.
Now the red above and to the right of the black, the one he just pointed at there, that may go to the left corner pocket. He's still got lots of options here, the red next to the pink.
$49. $50.
It is like watching a master at work when he's playing around the black spot area. How he manoeuvres that cue ball.
$57.
And we often see it a lot, David, don't we, that when one player starts to play well, the other one does as well, and both players overcoming the nerves of the early frames.
58.
Playing well.
That's right. I think that the cautious start against Higgins in part was because John was also playing the percentages. Of course, Trump's gone on the attack here. We saw the plant in the last frame, and O'Sullivan's done the same, which bodes well for the next 2 days for us.
63. $64.
So the black and Trump needs a snooker.
Yeah, Ronnie just checking the scoreboard. I mean, absolutely sure of that black. He could have played it harder and tried to
71.
disturb something. But the middle of these reds, well, the one to the middle's on. That should make sure.
72.
Could have had a century in the last frame. And may get one in this one.
Well, there's two things to look out for here. His personal best tally
79.
of centuries at the Crucible is 13. He's had 12 this year, so he can equal that. But more significantly, if he makes one,
80.
it will be his 200th in the World Championship. He's made 196 at the Crucible, but in his first year when he had to qualify, he made 3. So he's on 199 for this championship.
It's amazing. Really is amazing.
84.
Oh, great pot again. What a mood these two are in.
$92. 93.
His 30th time at the Crucible. And he's still producing these great breaks, these great performances.
99.
So this black then will be for his 200th World Championship century. $197 at the Crucible, 3 in qualifying. Unbelievable.
108.
And we know there'll be more. That's the other thing. Plenty more.
Exactly.
111. 115.
You always wonder how the players will feel at the start of a final. Trump looked confident in the first frame when he got that second chance, and O'Sullivan has looked sublime here.
120.
And there was only 2 reds out at the beginning. He had to get them open pretty quickly.
The break ends at 120. And we're all square. It's already great stuff between these two. And the good news is there's plenty more to come. Ronnie O'Sullivan and Judd Trump are level at 1 frame all. So Judd Trump gets the 6th of the 8 frames they will play here this afternoon underway. He's trailing 4-1. Yeah, 96 minutes playing time. Of course, we had one long frame, 35-minute 4th. That was easily the most dramatic so far, the respot finish after O'Sullivan had got Snooker.
Well, that safety shot went wrong. Didn't intend to kiss that second red. So Sullivan not in the mood for missing.
1.
And the brown to the middle. Coming down the table, playing for choice of 2 reds.
5. Six.
Just puts that cue ball wherever he wants, doesn't it? The control he has over the cue ball. That's what makes things so easy. Now I may try and leave an angle on the black to be able to open then cluster of reds up. Little stun run through. Now if you can catch that red above and to the right of the black, the end red, half ball is definitely on the red to the side cushion. Well, can he pot this?
21.
And there's the answer.
22.
Well, a lot for him to think about right now, watching his boyhood idol, who is still producing phenomenal snooker at the age of 46. If he wins the title, he will be the oldest ever champion in any era. Problem for everyone else,
25.
he's still playing a young man's game.
Except he's playing it better than young men. He's got all the knowledge
26.
and experience of an older guy.
Look at the way he's opened this.
38. $39. $46. $47.
It was a poor safety from Trump. Catching the other red. Great long red from O'Sullivan.
Yeah, I just feel
52.
Trump's whole mindset, though, must have been affected by that fourth frame. It was such a... It wasn't just one error, was it? It was a series of them. You know, initially he missed the red. He had a chance at the long yellow. Then out of a snooker he left a free ball, and eventually he had the chance at the green to go back to snooker as required, missed it. Eventually lost it on a respot, in which he just played one shot. He put the respot on the side cushion.
$59. $60.
So he's looking for another red after this black for a 5-1 lead, and of course it guarantees an advantage when they come back this evening.
$67.
This is what you call full punishment.
Yeah, and again,
74.
when he came to the table, the balls weren't open.
75.
He's had to make this break.
$82. 83.
Well, he made 120 break in frame 2. That was his 200th century in the World Championship. That's including 3 made in qualifying in the first year he played in the tournament.
90.
He
91.
makes one here. It'll be a personal best at the Crucible. 14 for the 17 days, or 16 so far. The record is 16 centuries for a tournament, equalled yesterday by Mark Williams. He equalled Stephen Hendry's record. The way O'Sullivan's going, though,
98.
he's going to break it in this match. He's playing seriously well. So this blue, for his second century, he is fully on top.
Well, a shame.
105.
It was hard to miss the black. It could still go in though.
Foul.
105 from
105.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, who is in danger of turning this final into a procession. Judd Trump has got to get involved soon.
This wasn't the best.
1.
Yeah, the black, no good to him, even if he potted it. Comes back onto its spot, and the red is covering
Trump 1.
the black, so Played a safety, good safety. But with the pack being so tightly bunched, it's not a problem to just drop onto them. Looking at the possible plant there. Well, that was a good chance to get in behind the brown in yellow. It was a big target. Disappointed there. Sullivan looking back at the shot.
It's actually the anniversary today, back in 1989. So what's that, 33 years of the final of the championship where Steve Davis beat John Parrott 18-3. Heaviest ever defeat inflicted at this venue. That would have seemed unlikely, even with Davis's great record, to just keep that intensity up and got in front, but that's what he was like. O'Sullivan showing similar focus here. But also, on the other side of that, Steve Davis famously lost a world final from 8-0 up in 1985.
Pushed right to that right corner, but he's got a good cue ball. And this is one of those type of shots where if you go for it and miss it, you could leave the frame on. And there's no guarantee of getting to a colour. Those aren't the kind of odds that you like, but look at that for a kiss. And he probably thinks he deserves something.
Well, we'll see in time, but that, as you say, that kiss, that could be the start of something. Maybe we'll look back on that shot in an hour or so's time. He needed something to happen, didn't he?
Well, it was a great long pot.
He needs to show Ronnie O'Sullivan how well he's playing, how good he's feeling. Since that first frame, he's been in his shell a little bit, certainly frame 4 was one he would want to forget. You've got to look forward in a match of this length, and he has every chance here to certainly build a nice lead in this frame, if not win it.
Thank you.
Black not available just yet. in the corners. We've got to concentrate on the pink till he can
15.
remove those reds. Well, obviously the black doesn't go. Otherwise he would have played for it there. It's very tight.
$22. 23. $29.
So his form had dipped a little. But as I say, it doesn't
37.
matter if he comes good here tomorrow night. He'll be a multiple world champion.
$43. 44.
He can't get to a red to make it easy. He'd like to get closer to one of these reds, but they're all covering one another. There is a red that will go to the right corner.
Stand still, please.
Looking for a good kiss. And that's okay. He made something happen there with all
50.
that left-hand side on the cue ball. Now, normally, he'd play this red to the right corner and play the cannon to those two reds by the black. And stay on the black. But no need.
But he can still get something out of it.
$57.
57. And they're all there if he misses. Didn't want the kiss.
58.
And that's left him with a more difficult pink.
Yeah, it's that danger point in the frame, isn't it? He needs pink and red. O'Sullivan waiting, knowing the wings. In goes the pink.
Yeah, and not ideally on the red. My word. He's in,
64.
he's in dire straits here if he takes this red on and misses it. That's a brave shot. That's a brave shot. And that should be the winning shot in this frame.
Oh, there's his family, his parents. He's looking at his mother, Georgina, there. It's only session one. She's already feeling it, but, well, get used to it. They're so proud of him, of course. His dad, as I say, massive fan, Steve. He used to drive him everywhere.
Green ball.
Every weekend he would give up to drive Judd and Jack to tournaments. And this is the result of that. They're watching their son in the World Championship final, and
68.
come back to life in this frame. What an important break this is.
Yeah, he's took it
69.
so well, hasn't he, and confidently. He was in.
He's blessed with some great players, but it will be nothing without an audience. And they have paid their money, and they want to see a proper snooker match, and that's what it's turning into again. A very important visit
82.
from Judd Trump, with a big frame
83.
still to come this afternoon.
And finally, that fourth frame out of his mind, with a chance of another
89.
century. This time from Trump.
90.
Yeah, we're chasing down the centuries record, aren't we? For the tournament set last year, 108. We've already had 105 with the two O'Sullivans made today. These two are going to break it, aren't they? If ever you needed two players to break a record for centuries,
95.
they're playing now. But maybe not.
97.
There won't be one here unless you can find something incredible. Oh, so close. But it was a great break. He needed that. 97 from Judd Trump. Just stops the O'Sullivan charge. There's one more frame to play here this afternoon. O'Sullivan's lead cut to 5-2.
He himself has admitted that he's not been
Yo.
thrilled with the state of
The
his
11th
game
frame.
for a lot of this campaign.
Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
He is traditionally a slow starter, I should say, in World Championships. Even the year he won it and was quite spectacular in the final against John Higgins. He didn't always play his best in getting to the final, but he's going to have to play his best, surely, if he's to get the better of Ronnie O'Sullivan over 35 frames. Particularly his long game, you would think will need to improve. He's still down at 86% pot success for this match, which by his standards is mediocre. O'Sullivan back up at 93 after that break of 66 and then the 50 to mop things up. 2 centuries from O'Sullivan. Of course, Trump made 97 to shave it to 5-2 this afternoon. That's his best so far. 73 in the first of the evening, 72 in the very first frame. It all adds up to 6-4 O'Sullivan, with 7 more to come tonight.
I don't know if you thought about the red by the black into the middle with
1.
This is the black just now. Just seemed a little tentative in the way he played it, and it caught the cushion way too early to have any hope of dropping. And after such a good red initially to get in, the frustration for Trump, it could be compounded here if O'Sullivan can put something big together again.
Well, I said at the time he didn't really want to cannon the black, but he had to, and he didn't want to push it away from his spot into a position
8.
where it was slightly difficult to pot. However, it never, ever was threatening the pocket, that one, the black.
9.
But yes, O'Sullivan's got to punish for those mistakes. Get back into his stride again and get himself into a healthy lead. This could be a session, as you say, it's 9 frames. If you have a good session tonight, you can be away and gone.
That's quite a disparity, isn't it? Trump nowhere near where he wants to be. He's to
14.
win that second world title. O'Sullivan at 93%, that's very good. And he's been
15.
operating around that throughout the tournament. Just been this sense that O'Sullivan has been building up to this World Championship, looking to peak at the right time, and there's been plenty of evidence of that as he's moved through the rounds pretty serenely, it must be said. Really had established a lead
22.
and 3-0 behind. Higgins described O'Sullivan as lethal.
23.
He was
8. 29.
He may also feel he's got something to prove
34.
where Judd Trump is concerned, because Trump has had the better of him in their more recent meetings.
35.
Yes, O'Sullivan won their most recent, but he's lost 5 of the last 7, including 4 consecutive finals to Trump, 3 in a row in Northern Ireland, and of course the Masters, where he was opportunity to show who's boss, and at the moment he is bossing things.
43.
Played a good little cannon, didn't he? A real nice stun into the red.
$50. 51.
Trump wondering if he's going to get back to the table. Sullivan the wrong side of the blue. Frame not yet won. 46 ahead.
Yeah, we'll probably know after this shot, though, won't we, if he will get back to the table, given... Well, he might even just play on the red at medium range, but I was thinking he might take the cue ball all the way round.
Nothing would go wrong there positionally for O'Sullivan. 52 the lead, 59 with this black, 1 more red, 7-4. And just as we saw in the first session, Ronnie O'Sullivan threatening to pull away, 5-1 up at one stage, pegged back to 5-4 this evening, but moving away again, it seems.
65.
And Trump is still not playing at the level he needs to win this World Championship final. O'Sullivan is doing what he's been doing throughout the championship, maintaining a very high standard in all departments.
70. $71.
Possibility of century number 3 of the final.
$78.
Already bettered his own previous tally of 13 by making his 14th this afternoon.
79.
Yeah, he's got the red out, so now they know that the century's a possibility. Mid-range pink. Well, I think he'll get it now. All the hard work is done, and it's just a reminder for Trump, isn't it, that I suppose if he's going to come and win his second world title,
86.
then he's going to have to score in this sort of power, this weight of scoring has got to be done by him. And at the moment, it's not quite going that way.
91.
Truth is, this lead could be even bigger, couldn't it? O'Sullivan has lost a couple of frames that he might have won.
93.
Of course,
Thank you.
always ifs, buts and maybes, and all that matters is the score.
Beautiful break, because he really did construct it well early. He got the reds exactly where he wanted them. That's what O'Sullivan does, and he's put the finishing touches to it as well.
Brilliant start from Ronnie O'Sullivan. There's no question that he is much the stronger player in this World Championship final at the moment. He leads 7 frames to 4.